Hey everybody, it's Toys of Arkham here. I'm back with another review, and this one I'm very excited about because I'm in a real Dexter mood. I've loved Dexter from the very beginning, and there's been a lot of new Dexter programs out recently between Dexter New Blood, the announcement of Dexter Resurrection, and of course the origin story of Dexter when he was younger, and that is Dexter Original Sin, and they're all on Paramount Plus, and I'm really enjoying them. So of course I was always on the lookout for a Dexter, and it took, I think, this company two and a half years to produce this figure. The name of the company that makes this is Flashback, and we have good and bad aspects to this figure. But first, let's have a look at this box. People think it's fun to pretend you're a monster. Me, I spend my life pretending I'm not. From the award-winning crime drama Dexter comes the officially licensed Dexter Morgan 1/6 figure. This highly detailed collectible menacingly captures the forensic technician's double life with 2 head sculpts, 2 sets of clothing, and a variety of accessories. You can display him as Dexter, the law-abiding everyman, or as the dark passenger, his deeply unflinching alter ego. I'm a very neat monster. So, that's what it says on the back. Now, this comes with one body on the main figure, and you have to get a second body yourself. And I bought this from KG Hobbies, and I found another body that's very similar to the one that this comes with, so I went with that. So let's get into it. Look at these guys in all their glory. So that's the front of the box that it comes in. It's a narrow box, and it has 2 layers to it. The top layer has the figure, this figure in it, all dressed up as is. That head sculpt I swapped because this was the one that was on this body when I got it out, and I think this one looks more sinister, which is more in keeping with the dark passenger character, whereas this one, although he doesn't look too happy or anything, it's the less sinister of the two, so I think it suits the Miami Metro forensic analysis outfit. So before we get into the figures, so that's the box there. Yeah, very nice. Now I have to say, as far as opening boxes and taking figures out and all the rest, I've experienced high-end collectibles in terms of their packaging and unboxing, and that would be InArt and Hot Toys. This does feel a little bit more like a third-party unboxing experience, but nonetheless, it's not. It's officially licensed, and I'm just delighted we have him. So that's Michael C. Hall, and this is him in 1/6 scale. And let's just start at the bottom. He has these pretty generic loafer looking shoes that you would have seen him wear on the show. I think this is more based off how he looked in the first season, of course, when he was going up against the Ice Truck Killer. Dexter as a character, Michael C. Hall, even as an actor, he's not overly muscular. The guy's in shape, but he's not a big beefy fella. So this sort of body that we see on this is pretty good. He obviously has his chain there, sorry, not chain, is kind of his badge that he wears in work to get him into the crime scenes, get him past all the other watchers on, and gets into where the action is so we can do his analysis. So in terms of the head sculpt, sorry, we better move the other one out of the way. The head sculpt is really nice, really nice. Definitely looks like him. There have been other reviews on this that I've watched recently, and I think they're right in their criticism of this, in the sense of they could have done with putting some stubble on him. He looks quite young there, but at the same time, there's no denying who it's supposed to be. Some have said it looks kind of cartoony. I don't think I'd go that far now, but definitely has a realistic feel or look to it. Has the glint in the eyes, that gloss, which really pops when the light hits it in a certain way. The hair is painted quite well. It's that sort of reddy brown shade that is accurate to the way his hair is. Yeah, I just want to mention as well, this beautiful diorama in the background was made by my friend Glenn Page of Cult Creation, and Glenn's a big fan of Dexter as well, so looking forward to hearing what you have to think, or what you're thinking about in terms of this quality of figure, Glenn. See what you think of it. So yeah, as I said, this is the look that's the more friendly Dexter, in my opinion, of the two sculpts. And let's have a quick look at the accessories before we delve into the Dark Passenger. Now, sorry, I should say that this body, I believe it's a nightmare to work with in terms of the swapping out of hands. And I haven't tried it yet. The other thing is that the joints are quite stiff and it's not a double bend elbow, so that's a bit annoying, because if you want certain poses out of this guy, you're just not going to achieve them unless you do a full body swap. I don't really care about that, to be honest with you, but if you're into your extreme posing, you might want to think about that. So this guy comes with all these hands, pretty boring but fairly decent enough sculpt on it. So here's the blood slide box, and another reviewer said it didn't open. It actually does. Now, if you've got all the patience in the world, what you can do is you can put all of those into that. I've tried putting 2 in and it was a nightmare. I can only imagine what it'd be like putting 40 or 42 of them in, but it's there to be done if you're interested in doing that. I don't think I'll bother. So here are lots of gloved hands for when he's the Dark Passenger, which is cool. And then you have his bag, which he would use in work for his work as a forensic analyst, should I say. And this bag here is pretty cool. So you open this up. You can do that with one hand. Maybe I can't without breaking it. So it's like one of these bags that opens up, and he has all of his nasty utensils to carry out his work as the Dark Passenger. So you'll see bone saws, knives, everything you'd want. The only thing is they're not painted very well. I don't mind them being plastic, but they don't have that sort of glint that makes them look very real. They look a little bit toyish, but I'm thinking I might just put some blood spatter or something on some of them just to add some of that gory realism to it. But yeah, that's a really cool accessory. So let's have a look at the Dark Passenger. Now, what I should say as well is that he has the sleeves off his, I don't know where they are here now. Oh, they're on the ground. Of course they're on the ground. These are the sleeves that he wears as the Dark Passenger, just to cover up his arms when he's killing his victims. So let's get the Dark Passenger in here. Yeah. So first thing I'll say is I put a new body on this guy. I can't remember the name of what it is, but it's I think it's just called a muscular body. It's on the KG Hobby website, generic. It took me a while to get the shoes to clip on because the hole in the shoe was a little bit too small, so I had to kind of burrow my way in to open up the hole in them to get the peg in. Pegging the hole. Yep, we had to go there. Anyway, moving on. So the slacks are sort of these army khaki slacks, and they're very cool. And they look very realistic. And then you've got this sort of pleather apron that's on him. That is what he wears, obviously, when he's killing someone. See his syringe there as well. I forgot to mention that's another accessory he has. He has the Henley olive green chic sweater on. And he wears that quite a lot, and all different types of colours if you're interested in dressing like him. But that's the wood you get with him. And the body on this guy is pretty good, pretty accurate to how his build is, and it's very similar to this one here. The top maybe could be tailored a bit better and not look as kind of squared off, but maybe that's half the body's fault. But as I only put this clothing on him, so as time goes on and things start to settle on him, it might just look a little bit more natural. So again, we're looking at this guy's sculpt for a second. Let's have a look here. Yeah, he looks pretty scary, doesn't he? He looks like he wants to do something sinister. And I'm just really happy with it. I'm just delighted, especially sometimes when you're watching movies or programs, something that you're really interested in, and you're only wishing that there's a figure or something that you can have as a collectible immediately there, because the big frustration as a collector is that you might like a movie or a TV series or something, and they'll announce that they're going to make a figure of whatever character it is, and you have to wait about 2 years, and by the time you get it in your hands, it's like, oh, here, like, I'm actually gone off, I've moved on from this. So as Dexter has re-emerged and the popularity is skyrocketing again, and there's all these new programs out on his character, to have this actually be released nearly coincidentally to that is brilliant, because now, you know, you get to enjoy this while the hype is at its peak. So the hands on this one were very easy actually to change, because that's a very soft rubber, that black glove rubber, and there's all these different variations. I love this one because that means you can have a choke pose. Isn't that cool? So that's like around your neck. Do that again. And yeah, there's another one. So these are cool. Really like these. I'm gonna have so much fun with this. I have some great characters that this guy would complement. I've got the Hannibal from the Hannibal television series. I've got Patrick Bateman, of course, as well, who often gets mentioned in Dexter little Easter eggs, as they call them. And who else have we got? That is someone who'd complement him. Well, we've got Jack Torrance, we've got Sweeney Todd, we have, yeah, some cool characters anyway, that will look cool with him. So anyway, that's pretty much it, guys. That's it. That's the pair of them. So for how much was this guy? About €230. But if you don't get him now, he's going to skyrocket, because there's just no options out there unless a third-party company tackle it. But essentially, you get two figures, albeit you have to buy another body. They are not expensive, and you just put the clothing on it. So you get the two head sculpts, and yeah, well worth it. Love it. Absolutely love the figure. Delighted to have Dexter Morgan eventually in my collection. So if you enjoyed this, please like, maybe comment if you want to give your views on this, and possibly, if you want, subscribe. And I'll talk to you soon. See you guys. Bye bye.